Built as a research facility back in the 80s by Bob Crosby and Luann, his wife. And they were out to prove that Alaska can have nice houses and still recycle all the water and all the compost.
He decided to invent a system that didn't require any high electronics. Very cheap, very inexpensive. He figures you can buy it at Ace Hardware for $1,200, all the parts, and put it together yourself, which is all well and good, except that we're not engineers. And so we don't know how it works, and so we keep asking him, this isn't working. And he says, well, did you check this? And we say, oh, we didn't know that was even there. And it's simple, we just got to know. This is the only bioshelter in Alaska. There are others in the world, but a bioshelter is a house that mimics a living organism. It takes in water, it pours out water as waste. It takes in air and pours out air as waste. It even digests, because we have to reprocess the water, and we actually recycle the water that we use, and there's a digestive process to make that possible. Well, the solarium is a great place to start. It's got a whole wall of windows, and that is the only light that comes in is from the south side, and nearly all the rooms in the house are lit from this one wall of windows.
This is south facing. He built it so that those 42 feet of windows can have the heat come in, the passive solar. It heats all this. Think of this as a swimming pool filled with gravel. That's the shallow end down there, and it rolls down to the deep end. What happens is the roof is flat, and the rainwater comes through this pipe right down there to that pipe that's coming down by the butterflies and goes into the gravel. All these roots of the plant roots clean the rainwater, and we run it down through another pipe and then into a water cistern, 5,000 gallons. So we can use that rainwater whenever we want to. It's been cleaned just like a natural process, and we also have a UV light downstairs in the basement that cleans all the extra germs or bacteria that might be in it. All right, let's go in. So here's the masonry stove that we were talking about. The bricks right now are warm. You can feel them because we had a burn this morning, and they're warm up to here is where I noticed the change. And that's the core of the house, and it heats it for us. In the kitchen, it's just a regular kitchen. We have gas. We have sinks, we have a dishwasher, just like any other kitchen. We do have an extra faucet for drinking water that's cleaned about the same level as the space station has. So that's how we have our drinking water. The rest is just regular water. We're headed up to above ground now. In the solarium itself on the second floor, we have air that's pulled in from the top because hot air rises, and it's pulled in up here, and then it circulates through the house to keep the house warm, and it's pumped out toward the bottom. Okay, we're in the downstairs composting toilet. This is like any toilet except for it doesn't flush. There's a 55-gallon drum down in the basement that catches everything, but it's unique in that it has a urine separator. The reason the urine can't go down into the bucket is because there's worms down there, and worms don't like urine. That kills them. It's too acidic. The cool thing about this is that everything goes down here. All our food scraps, eggshells. Somebody said I could probably put a dead cat in there, but I haven't tried that yet. So everything goes down there, and what happens is the worms eat it all, and it goes out into the garden after 2.5 years. I really like living in this house.
Part of what we want to do is see how can we live more lightly on the planet, especially in terms of energy. And so this is a very well insulated house. It takes less energy to heat, and we're now experimenting with is it possible in this canyon we live in to also have alternate electricity, either wind or solar. And I think the other thing that I've learned is because of the nature of this house, people like to meet here. This has become a gathering place. We just loved hosting. It's been a good discovery to discover how much we love to host. And this is a hosting place.